keep things rolling. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Going live. And most of the side. Get a smudge going here. Some blessing and good messages today, hopefully. Smudge here. Smudge time. So I'm going to just throw on some meditation music for a minute. Quietly, that is. Guys, we're just going to get some smudging done here with my new animal feather. The new animal feather that we had experienced and manifested into a spirit animal. So now my talking battle feather has now taken on an identity. It's like almost like a tribal dog or something. You know what I mean? It's crazy, isn't it? Isn't that cool? I brought it that way. It's pretty cool. Having that come out for me, it just made my talking feather all that more important to the journey. Use our dog energy or horse energy, whichever you want to use. Bless all this. Bless our card. And then we're going to bless you as well. Can't forget you guys out there. I have good messages for you guys today. Yeah. Okay. With, so good messages from the reader. This journey will take me further and further in a positive direction. This readings will resonate with some of you. It may not resonate with all of you. We usually start out with a smudge, but if you're new to the channel, season greetings, everybody. I'm glad you're here. So yes, I've gone and lit this candle. It's awfully bright, but it's really not that bright. It's just a little candle in a glass, but it's just the way that the camera's perceiving it. So I lit a love candle because I've been finding that a lot of people currently are having a lot of problems within relationships, and stresses of having a relationship nowadays is very, very, very difficult with all that's going on energy-wise through the universe. Right? So I'm going to just make sure that we have a little bit more loving energy within, the readings tonight. Hopefully, people will be able to work together with the universal love. Right? So that's why I do what I do. I want to bring hope in and hope for a brighter future, and not allow anybody's dreams to be lost in the mix. Right? Everybody should have a dream, have an idea of what they would like in life, how to manifest it, and I just provide a service to make you understand maybe the situation you went through or what's coming ahead. I don't read like normal tarot readers. My person that taught me how to attune myself to spirit again since I was little told me to be balanced. Don't attach yourself to the reading. Just be the middle person that's passing on the message. And I also it's called Mura. I can't even say it now. Murakai Tarot is what it's called, and it's basically for the shaman aspect of things, the intuitive part. she told me just to go with the flow, that I'm spot on, and I could help with actually her doing clearings over in the UK, and I'm in Canada. I'm in Canada, and she's all the way over in is she in Bradford, something like that. But she's in the UK. Her name is Winchell Perfect. You can find her on Facebook. She's an awesome lady to learn from. She's been my go-to person for my journey, and has been blessing my journey for me for a long time. She says that it's the most amazing opportunity that I do have to be able to do this kind of stuff. I don't know if this sounds good. If you guys can hear me, let me know. I haven't checked the sound today. I didn't put anything in to. Um, I didn't actually plug anything in for the sound. So I need to get a new headset. The one I do have is not working anymore. It's not, you know, allowing anything to be recorded. But I'm gonna give it a shot again today. Let me know if you guys have it, if you can hear anything. Oh, hey Elizabeth, how are you doing? Season's greetings to you as well. I don't know if you guys can actually hear me, but let me know. If not, then I'll try plugging in that headset that I temporarily have um, available for usage. Let me know if the sound quality is bad. Could be just me though, not yelling. So we can see if the sound is okay. Um, okay, so I just want to make sure that you guys can actually hear me before I plug in my headset here. If I don't have to, then I don't have to. But if I do, then I will. Okay. So, welcome to the channel, all you viewers. I'm great that you guys are showing up. I want to be able to, you know, make a portion of the donations for the month of December that I've already received. I want to give a shout out to a few of my subscribers that made that possible, for, you know, some money to be also donated back to an empty stocking fund, or a meal for somebody that may not have a home, or a homeless person that they do. Like food drives for people, and we'll be able to donate some money. I think it's like $3.75 for one person to eat one meal, have a Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. You know, so we'll be probably at least donating probably $50 to them so far. You know, my personal gift is usually about 25 is what I was thinking, and then I'll take a portion of whatever donations are made up until Christmas Eve. Actually, the weekend before Christmas Eve, so I have time to go and drop it off. It'll be donating it to the Salvation Army. They do a lot of um, a lot of these like fundraisers and stuff. So just wanted to, you know, put it out there for you know, it may be either be a child stocking fund, or maybe we'll split it half and half, and we'll have half of the donation, a portion of the donation going to the empty stocking fund, and then another portion taken and divided evenly to the Salvation Army. Try to kill two birds with one stone. I think that would be a really positive thing in a positive direction. I want to stay positive with everything I do with this channel. Donate whatever I can when I can. You know, just like I expect, just like you guys. You guys do donations when you can, and that's fine. You know, you don't have to. But if you give your word about donating something, then just let me know if you're having a hard time or whatever. It doesn't, and I usually can tell just by the person. If, you know, things are really rough, then, you know, I do free readings for subscribers. Random picks, random picked energy when I do the readings. So I don't know. I'm still waiting to know if the sound's okay, you guys. Nobody's saying anything. Paula, as the way, is that how you say it? I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing it right. But yeah. So we're going to start off with an overall energy reading. I'm going to plug these in because I don't know if the sound is good. Somebody answer. It would be great to know so we can get moving here. If you can hear me, let me know so we can start moving, or, you know. Can anybody hear me? No? Okay, well, I'm unplugging that. Unplug this one. Let's see if this works. All right. Can you hear me now? Does it work better? So you need to know, otherwise I'm shutting the stream down. Okay, well, I'm here. Okay. you can hear me clear. You're not like having a problem hearing. Because I can do it without the headset, or I can't. I don't know. I'm not on the other end receiving the energy um, or the sound, right? Oh, I did pronounce it. Alizé. Alizabawa. Bawa. Okay. Right. So, um, so I have this channel for assisting people with direction options, more insight into situations. Hey, Squirt 444. Oh, my throat is like getting all phlegmy. It's because it's so cold and wet right now where I'm located here in Canada. We're like in the rainy west. So I've been getting a bit of a tickle in my throat and a little bit of, so throat's bad. So what the gig is here is what we do readings. I do offer like a 5-minute trial reading just to get the ball rolling for your situation. The other thing, then if you need more clarification, you can always come back from that one free reading and get more information if you'd like. I'm just trying to make it so it's as interactive as possible for the best accuracy to be giving the readings, right? So that's why I always am doing a live broadcast at any given time when I do my readings, so it's caught at that moment and it's live, okay? So you're actually seeing the energy being directed from spirit to me and then to the cards, okay? Yeah, so let's get started. I am going to probably choose, well, we'll get the overall theme. We'll open up our goddess tarot with, our introspect as to what energy we should be dealing and how we should maybe be dealing with it. Okay, so let's get some answers here for everyone that's viewing the channel right now. We'll pull up the goddess cards. So spirit, maybe get a 1-card read for an overall theme for tonight. What direction or what kind of asset or situations are going to need to be reviewed, or if there's a message for someone in particular or for the whole channel overall would be nice. Kind of a directional, kind of self-help kind of energy coming through for us. Showing that, this universe is supporting us at all times, right? All right, so one more. We'll do the cut. All right, so the energy that we're feeling and having to deal with currently is purification. Again, we've got that coming up where it's time to set everything aside from 2018 and get ready for 2019. A lot of balancing is taking effect. We had this card show up yesterday. Same thing. Purification. I think yesterday was something about being quiet, like allowing your mind to settle. And then we got the purification card. So I guess it's still purification energy coming through where a lot of people are having to cleanse, clear, kind of scoop the cobwebs out of the corners of the house, do like a total you're not really running at like a rampant speed, but you're taking a note of how and what is bothering or blocking you. It's time to clear those boundaries and set new ones, make new intentions, make new aspirations for the coming year. It's time to start purifying all the energy from 2018 and start allowing the 2019 energy to be coming through, which is a bonus, right? I remember that. So always be in your state of mind, purification, healing, going through your, it's almost like going back into your diary where you've recorded all this information and now it's time to go and reevaluate it and see if you can't just let it go or put it away in a more appropriate memory bank, right? So purifying, you can either purify it either by meditation, you can smudge, just to balance your energy. You can also use, there isn't anything you can't use, okay? I'm just going to put it this way. There isn't anything you can't use. Like when you start using and start healing, it's the intention that you're giving the item, the energy that you're going to give into this item, or anything that you want to use as like the go-to kind of healing energy. Like say you have a piece of amethyst crystal, right? That can help with clearing. It's a healing energy. I always have crystal on my altar here, which was a gift to me. I really love it, and Yeah, it just see what it just happened. I just went, my mind went blank. Like, that's how quick my energy is absorbed into things. But my mind went literally blank. I didn't even think about anything for a matter of maybe 30 seconds there. I just kind of straight out. Right? But yeah, so you can charge them, you can play with them, like use them as like a thinking rock, or whatever your intention is that you want to put into it. I also do pendulum readings, candle wick readings, photo card readings. So this has taken me 5 years to do my clearing to get back into this great state of mind. So um, take your crystal if you have one. Another way you can charge it and pair it is through smudging it. So you can like run it through the smoke. Let it sit there, absorb some healing energy. Or you can charge it with a candle for fire, for direction and fast healing. Okay? I always like to charge mine over fire. It burns off any residual energy, but it also will recharge the healing energy back into it, right? So that's what I like. This one, I think I might make myself my own necklace with this big one. It's a big piece. It's really actually quite a large piece. It'd be too big for a necklace, but I do have a smaller one. I'm going to actually be ordering crystals here soon that, little care packages and dream catchers will get them so they can, keep the dream catchers going with positive energy. Um, what else? Or you can cleanse even through a shower, right? You could even take, like your bath in the morning. You could use manifesting that water as in charging your spirit, and just in good intention while you're showering. It's like a cleansing, like a baptismal, if you want to call it a baptismal, but it's like a cleansing energy, right? You go and shower, you clean away all the residual energy from your bed or your dreams or anything can be, kind of washed away. So that's a great thing. So purifying either by smudging, by candle work, by water work, learning to do your smudge, do your tradition, do things that resonate for your energy. You know, and I don't really see. I'm kind of like, how would you explain? I'm the non-traditional one that would give everything else a new meaning. Okay, so it's what my intentions are. My understanding is not going to be the same as anybody else's. Your understanding is going to be your understanding. What resonates with you is going to resonate with you, but it might not resonate with me. You know what I mean? But I do the best that I can, and I give the messages that are given to me. No sugarcoat, no bullshit. Let's get this going, right? So, purification process is the energy that we want to start focusing on with the new year coming, right? So that card came up first, great. All right, so I'm gonna pull 3 goddess cards. I like dealing with the goddess energy because it is a very strong energy. I'm very receptive to the energy when it is the goddess cards that I'm doing. So I'll pull 3 cards. So with purification, what other things does Spirit want us to know in regards to our journey? What do we need to understand or maybe take a step at and look at? Okay, just cut them right in half. All right. We're just gonna. This one. There you go. Medicine woman. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I didn't know they had a card for me. That's amazing. That right there in itself is exactly what we just talked about. We just talked about the healing energy, how to go about it. So this is the medicine woman. We all know the energy, right? The medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. Thank you. Um, that it shall. Hey, that's maybe I might have my naming ceremony while we're having a live stream here. Who knows? But medicine woman, knowledge, healing. It's the most strongest feminine energy that I feel, especially from my personal side, from being Native First Nations. Doing this is a very important aspect to our culture. Is the medicine. And medicine can come in many forms. It can come within, the healing, reevaluating, and not fearing it, allowing it to come down. Like they have the lightning bolts that are, it's going to be like a crazy ass storm, but you're looking up and you're looking forward. You're looking up to a better situation. So allow this energy to, kind of dissipate with you. Don't let it be a controlling thing with you. Okay? Always be aware of what's going on around you. And this is what I mean. A lot of people are taking certain cultures or certain, like even, I'm not saying just native, but taking on energy spells casting, that they're not even realizing they're casting. And that's the part that I have such a hard time getting past with people doing this, because it's not being done in honor. It's being done from an egocentric mind, right? It's not heart-based. When people start manipulating and using other cultures without understanding it first. Right? I'm not saying that nobody can understand this, but it's very general as far as who you can call a medicine woman and who isn't. I took mine on and I do my rituals every day to be able to give medicine, whether it be through personal experience, through the cards, through my intuition, whatever it takes to get the messages out there, right? And I use it correctly. But there's a lot of people that don't. They want immediate results. So if you're expecting an immediate result, you're not going to get them right here. You'll get the immediate messages, but at the end of the day, the options are yours to play with, right? You make the final decision on what laneway are you going to stay in. Are you going to go hang out in the slow lane for a while? You're going to get the fast lane. Those are all your options. You have options to make your own decisions. I just provide the information of the situation where possibly it went wrong or it did go right. Like there's always the negative and the positive, regardless of however you do read cards. And I won't sugarcoat any of it. I won't hide anything from you. But the only thing that you could say that I'd be hiding is personal aspects of a reading that I'm currently doing live on the channel. May come up with some personal information that, if I say we'll need to talk about this a little bit more, you'll have to email me on that. So if you're having a reading done and it starts getting very personal, situations where I'm getting the feeling of that personal situation is not for anybody else to know, then I'll take it to a private reading. Okay. Just out of respect for you as a subscriber, out of respect for spirit, because they don't have filters. They don't have filters, and it gets to be unnerving sometimes. Though like I have to give a message, but it's like I have to use my own judgment after to say if I should reveal certain things or what, right? And a lot of people say yes to this question if they want to know more live, and if you ask for it live, then you get what you get when you get it live, because I don't feel that it's anybody else's business but the person that I'm reading for if it's getting personal. And I think that most of you guys in chat would probably say the same thing. So I try to keep it honorable when I do these readings. If it does get too personal, let me know as well. Because sometimes I just go and go and go and not even realize. Sometimes I go autopilot because I'm not actually physically having any effect on this. I'm just reading the cards and receiving, right? Purification is the goal. Renewal of spirit. And reaching as far as you can, your dreams will take you, right? Like that's the most amazing thing. And the goddess is coming out of the water, right? Like she's cleansed and she's ready to move on. She's found the balance and is ready to rock and roll. I think it's an amazing card. It's a very gorgeous energy that seems to be manifesting through this card. Right? She's coming out of the water. She's got the rainbow, the gold, and she's got her balance. She's found the balance for this purification finally. So when things that might be weighing you down in one aspect of your life doesn't mean that you can't take a few energies from the other side and kind of balance it out. Right? It's like a scale kind of energy going on. And if you find the balance to keep it level with what you're doing, which is sometimes hard for people to get that balance. It's like riding a unicycle and juggling at the same time, right? Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's easy as pie. But once you get going and start moving in the positive direction, everything just kind of, you're able to rip around corners on that unicycle type thing, right? It just takes a little bit of practice, a little bit more understanding of your personal space, right? Look at everything in your little personal space. It doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't have to be just Spiritual doesn't have to be just mental. Look at all those corners. There's always some information that you might be feeling or might be interacting with you in a wrong or a negative way, but look at it. Let it go if it's not usable or if it had a bad intention behind it. It's kind of purify it. So make sure you do. Rhiannon. Okay, so now we also have the sorceress at the bottom of the deck for the goddesses. And that one is, I love the goddess cards. They're really insightful, and it doesn't have to be just the women. It's the gods, goddesses, and everything in between. It's available to everybody, this energy. So you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And we were just talking about that. Remember? We were just talking about that. So that's another confirmation that we're moving in the right direction with our energy, and that our energy is worth its weight in gold. Okay, so don't give it freely, right? So yeah, so purification, getting rid of things that don't fit no more. But that doesn't mean as far as a relationship. I'm saying on a personal level, like it's like going to your closet and taking out clothes you haven't worn in 5 years. Okay, it doesn't mean if I say that it's related to a relationship, then it's related to a relationship. But I do not feel that this purification is just a personal purification. You need to maybe balance yourself, right? So not involving anybody else, but just personally to you. That's what it's about, right? You to have an amazing journey. All right, so I usually do an energy reading before we get started here. I'm going to do a daily energy read. This will be a quick one. I'm getting caught up with all my energy right now. Things are starting to more manifest themselves faster. So I'm going to put that. Oh, we didn't really need to put them away, but we did. I'm just going to pull out the Witch's Tarot. I love these cards. I found a new lover. This is my new lover. Anybody want to see my new lover? Here's my new lover. This is my love. Alright, so here we go. So I'm going to ask Spirit if there's any messages currently that we need to channel for collective energies for the last 24 hours from the 13th to the 14th. Or how about we go, what is today? Thursday. We'll do it the 13th, 14th, and 15th. Because Sundays I usually like to take off. I usually don't do any channeling on Sundays. So we want to do this for the next 3 days. For the 12th, the 13th, 14th, and 15th. I think that's what it is. Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 3 days. We want energy readings for the next 3 days, please. All right. On Sundays I don't do any channeling. I don't do any readings on Sunday. It's kind of like my day off. All right. So I feel like I want to take this card out. And that one too. Okay, we want that one too. All right, we're taking those two. We need one more from Spirit. All right. There it is. Oh, geez. What's going on out there? Everybody is searching for the right person, and they're still looking, and they haven't found it yet. What is going on out there, people? Why is nobody connecting? Why is everybody lost? Oh, 6 of Cups. Everything's draining. Everything's working backwards. Whoever's trying to manifest stuff is doing it a little bit wrong. 3 of Pentacles. Trying times are ahead of us. 6 of Cups in reverse. And then we have the 6 of Wands. And in the cards right now, I'm looking at energy that's just like, oh, I can't take it. Can't take it. So it's like almost like becoming a desperate energy. It's sucking your life out of you, literally, trying to make something manifest ahead of before it's supposed to. You're journaling, you're writing down your thoughts, you're looking at each, you're looking at taking a closer view of things. But then, what you thought was the situation that you wanted, maybe a little bit more hard working needs to be implied in this. That it may be just sucking the life out of you, trying to manifest at this current time. But just trying to deal with your stuff that's coming in, right? So there's this guy. He's like doing journaling and kind of like keeping his information solid. Lighting things, illumination of items that are maybe not required. That's exhausting you, like working through the night. You're working all the time spiritually to manifest good things. And if you can't do it, then just take a break from it. Just step back and let it just kind of dissipate. Let the energy that you're bringing up allow it to kind of like opening a bottle of wine again. You know, open up a bottle of wine. You always let it sit for a few minutes and then tackle it. Right. So this gentleman here is looking like the dark night energy that we're spending a lot of. We're not even noticing it even there. This keeps coming up a lot for people that are looking, but then the other half could be looking and it's tiresome. It's very tiring when you're putting all your efforts into having a relationship or somebody to come through. It doesn't need to be that hard. So you just relax about it. Don't question it. Um, you know, your cups are there, right? But you're feeling, there's twin energy here. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn. I mean, not a Capricorn, Gemini. Um, a Gemini or a Cancer or Scorpio, because there's a lot of water involved in the Six of Cups. It's forever flowing. Like you have the greatest twin energy that has a great flow. It keeps everything flowing, keeps moving. Uh, like you're sitting in the garden, just enjoying yourself. With another person. There's definitely like twin energy. So this could be in regards to a twin flame, especially when you have the Six of Wands at the end, and it's showing that somebody is searching for something or someone, and they're not too sure. They're getting worn out by having to take this journey. Um, because they're not finding it. So people aren't revealing their true selves for people to connect. I think a lot of people are sitting guarded with their themselves because there could have been a lot of pain, that you might have opened up for yourself that you're just not ready to meet this person. Um, you know, but I think it needs to spend time focusing more on the personal aspects in the current state. Right? Your personal energy right now is taking up a lot of your energy. So this is what you need to be focusing on is, taking notes of yourself, going through your journal. Like I said earlier, it's like writing in a journal. And I said this, I don't know, maybe 2-3 minutes ago, that you're writing everything down that you don't, but spiritually writing it down. You know what I mean? Like you're not taking an actual book and going through it, but you're going through all your memories and everything and kind of kicking out the old. It's like going through your photos on your Android. You don't keep ones that don't make any sense or they don't show what they're supposed to show at the time. So you're deleting stuff, and that's what it is, right? You're taking a record, and taking notes spiritually of your situation, right? So you do have offers coming through, and somebody is looking for their twin flame, their partner that they can share this wreath with. Like they both are wearing, uh, and he's got a feather in his cap, but he is. You'll notice him, like he will be illuminated to you. Like I see light energy coming through this man's golden suit. Right? So it's like purity, purification, like gold is purified by fire. Um, so it's a very strong energy that is coming towards you, um, and he is looking for his partner, but he may have passed it. You see that he's got the same kind of wand, but if you look behind him, there's one little wand there that has white flowers. It's not quite noticeable unless you're really looking for it. So it might be something that you just walked right past and didn't acknowledge because it wasn't as big as you were spiritual level. So you just walked right past it instead of being maybe, slowing down and enjoying the scenery to see this person sitting there, right? That was there and is behind you. So it could be a support person that's helping you move forward. This could be also your energy of after you've done all this purification and everything is coming out and is ready to learn, is ready to move, is ready to, grab something and hold on to it, whether it be a relationship, a partnership, interaction with somebody else is definitely coming towards you. So it could be a superior person that's a little bit higher ranking in the, social employment kind of surrounding. Like a CEO is, the most prominent in a business, right? So it's definitely, you're looking for something that can provide you the stepping stones to help you on your journey. Right? But don't forget, you might just pass the actual one. So always be aware of what you're doing, everything around you, people around you, and just interact with people and find out what the vibe is. Right? You don't have to stay on that horse looking forever. You can get off the horse, get off the high horse, because you're not all about that. It's all about meeting people on the same level. So try not to put yourself as a higher existence than what you are pursuing. Right? Always have to be on a level playing field. Right? You know, we all deserve opportunities to be in relationships that are good for us, and we don't have to be materialistic. Um, we're working hard and diligently to start this new journey. Right? This person, I'm getting the feeling that this journey has just begun for many of you, and trying to understand it and take notes is, kind of a hard thing to do. Okay. Okay. That's it. I just saw a black mass up here in my window, and it blocked out my cups for a minute. So yeah, so definitely work hard, keep moving forward, and don't be over like there's only one kind of person for you type thing. I think there is one that you can grow with, that's on the same path or is hitting the same spiritual path that you might be on. So that's the overall. Never give up hope. Always keep trudging because there is something that's going to reveal itself to you. Right? You might have already passed it. It might be something that you didn't notice before, or you have an inkling of that energy to be possibly compatible to you. Right? So yeah, just be aware of that. Just always be, in a positive state of mind. Don't be judgmental. If you end up meeting somebody that has a little bit less than you have, they're just as much lovable as the human being that you are. So always remember that. And you'll know if it's a spiritual connection. The spiritual connection is a lot stronger, and it's coming through a lot faster for people. I've been seeing a lot of people transitioning. There's loads of fire trucks again today. Yeah, there's been major accidents in my area, I'm sure. We've got a lot of rain coming down. We had like a rainfall warning. Now we have a windstorm warning. So Mother Nature is taking her toll and cleansing herself. You know what I mean? Like she's letting this rain come because it needs some cleansing. We're getting clean if you hear. Take your bar soap, run outside, dance around in the rain, and it's like standing in the shower right now. It's like a monsoon rain. Right? Places are flooding. Thank God I live on top of a little hill. It's not going to get me. But I do live kind of halfway up the slope. Well, I don't know. I don't think anything would happen at my place. Otherwise, I'd be floating right now. I would be doing this reading right now. So yeah, so just do the purification. Make yourself available. Make yourself stand out more for the interaction and social part of the life. And see what you end up as far as a relationship. If you're ready for it, then go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. No reason on being alone, right? Hello, DP Kumar. Welcome to my channel. How are you doing? So, score 44. How are things going with you? And Elizabeth, how are things going with you guys? Okay, so Hala, if you're still here, we're going to do your reading. We've done Get BP. Oh! Get BP? What is that? Get DP. I'm not even, DP is not I don't know what, like, if we're doing short words for, okay. Alright. Hey, D-O, hey, O. Okay, so square DP. Hello, DP Kumar. Alright, so we're getting confused up in here. I don't know whose reading am I supposed to do after the general energy read? I don't know yet. There. All right. What do the cards have in store? Okay, so we're gonna just randomly pick someone right now. and base it on the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, clairvoyant. What's your favorite color? What are you guys' favorite color between purple and fuchsia pink? Hmm. Purple and red. Yeah, I just want to know what color you like. Because we're gonna find out if it's. These cards have purple and red on them. So basically, what I want to know is, oops, jumpers. I don't know where it went. It went somewhere. There it is. Here we got a jumper. Right, so this is gonna resonate with somebody here. Alright. Alright. Flip up here. So do you want? Okay, so I'm going to go with. Who's the first one here? Is blah blah still here? Okay, so hello, are you here? Okay, so I don't know who's actually in the chat right now to get this reading done. Okay, so nobody's even here to even hear this reading. So we're gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off on doing this reading because it's meant for somebody. Definitely meant for somebody that needs to hear it. I'm not touching those cards until somebody shows up that this can resonate with. This is quite designed. This is going to be a new style of reading for me. This is the first time I'm doing this. But it's what Spirit asked me to kind of make it go like. So I only do as I'm supposed to do. I only do as what I'm asked to do. Sorry, guys. Yeah. It's definitely asking me to wait. Patience. We're going to keep patience. Scorpio, when was the last time you had a reading? A few days ago or what? Because I know I did that one for you, and you came back and told me about the celebration that you went to. I was really happy to hear it. Anyway, well, pick a color between purple and fuchsia pink. Either fuchsia pink or purple. I'll explain after why. Okay, so I'm gonna make this will be yours then. So, do you want pink or do you want purple? You have to choose from the colors on the back of this card. Do you want pink or purple? Pink. Seven of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles. Wow. That's like a flip. Alright, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is past, Eight of Wands, present, and future, the Nine of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. You're not having to wait around for much. You're moving in like, you're not having to wait for your, let's say, ship to come in, that you're ready to, light things up. Like this is, it's showing up that things are starting to lighten up for you. Things are going in a more illuminated way. You're not having to stand around waiting for something to come. Everything's coming forward, and it's revealing itself one pentacle at a time. You're working hard. Um, so maybe that's some illumination that's coming through for you, as far as maybe messages or something. Um, but the present one is the Eight of Wands in reverse. Not feeling too magical. Not feeling. Um, it's pointing you in a direction, right? It's like looking out from outside the box, looking in. Okay, it's all has the blessings from spirit, but it's pointing you in a direction to be like over the mountain. Like you're going over the mountain, but you're going it the spiritual mountain in a different kind of way. You're taking on a different attitude towards this mountain that you're going towards, this new change. So you go from your seven to your nine of pentacles with direction of spirit, and it's going to be the most amazing. It's like you walking into like um, a new. Oh, I was just going to say a new place, walking into a new garden, right? A new existence, and being able to manifest and have the beauty, the grace, and the know-how. Okay, feeling like a goddess in your own right. Right, you deserve to have these things. And these gifts pay off now, right? Because they paid off. Look at you, how sultry you look over there, looking all pretty and walking into like a big room, and everybody's eyes are on you, being absolutely the life of the situation, right? The beauty within has revealed itself with beauty within is showing on the outside as well, right? So you're manifesting your positivity and everything in the right direction. And you're as beautiful on the outside as you are on the inside, is what I meant to say. That's what they were saying. Beautiful on the outside, but just as beautiful on the inside, right? So you're illuminating yourself, right? Things are getting, pushed in the direction of beauty and movement, right? So there's a lot of positive movement going from like, this little, tattered and I'm saying the male energy, but I don't feel it as a male energy. I feel that it's actually you standing with your Seven of Pentacles, right? Uh, we're going to say you are standing with Seven of Pentacles. You're getting the direction on what way to move, what direction to heading, and you've got seven. So say 8 people gave you their opinion, and 8 out of the 10 gave you direction. Okay, so whatever direction that you're receiving, and it seems to be a common denominator for things, look at it and acknowledge it, because it could be a message at that point for you to see, right? So because 10 people gave you asked a question on say like your house. Okay, so we'll use your house as a example. Is if you've got 10 people, 10 of your friends in a room, and you're all asking them for advice, ask the question of, do you think it's a good time to buy my house, right? So then, say 8 out of the 10 said yes. So you're going to follow that advice, or you're going to take the advice of just 2 people. You know what I mean? Like you're really using your resources to make sure you're making the direction easy. The travel is nice, simple, nothing in chaos. Chaos or in anything in a chaotic way, right? It may feel like it's going to turn you upside down, or you may be feeling kind of but see how those are all pointing in a positive direction. The mountain and the green grass, everything is looking up and everything is becoming renewed. Right? You got a chance to play in the fields and have fun, and you know what I mean. Like that energy, people want you to enjoy it, right? So it could be those 8 people are giving you advice, but one's not really giving you an answer. So definitely 7 out of the 10 that you ask for information or suggestions from, 7 of those or 8 of those will have what worked for them, or kind of point you in a better direction as to what you're wanting in life. And then you get the 9 of Pentacles, right? There's a goddess walking into the room. Everything that you wanted, that you've been storing away and making sure you have enough for yourself. Um, Now look at that. Sultry looking lady walking through the gate with all her pentacles in store. Right? So you have great things coming towards you. Um, that you may be in a state of thinking that things aren't kind of really working out. Don't think like that. Step away from that energy. Don't think, oh, do you think it'll work out? No, it's going to work out. Say to yourself repeatedly, it's going to be an answer. Right? Everyone just came back in. Hey, so if that's what you're pointing your direction you're to, and people are advising you to, go and do it, but take your time making that decision. Like you've got like a field to go through before you hit that mountain, before you have to really make a decision, right? And you put all your pentacles away. You've got the savings and the knowledge and the know-how to make the transformation from, a weary kind of girl taking care of the fields to a goddess walking through her gate into her dimension with, you know, all 8 pentacles, right? You worked hard to get there, show your stuff off. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, baby girl, this body's going on, right? And that's going to be the positive attitude that you might be looking for. And you will be making guys look, you'll be like, heads will be spinning when you walk into a room, okay? You know what I mean? Like, you've done a lot of hard work to get yourself from just being to living. You know what I mean? Like you're not just being you anymore. You're actually living it. So don't stand around pondering. Like Cinderella's story is what I'm hearing. It's not about a Cinderella story, but it is about you becoming Cinderella at the end. Okay, you see the transformation, and nobody even knew that you had this capability, right? You have this capability of being the life of any man. Like you just went from like, Cinderella doing floors and everything to upgrade to yourself, to make you look like one of the evil stepsisters will be looking at you going, what the hell happened there? How come that worked for her? You know what I mean? Like there's going to be a lot of envy and a lot of jealousy that might be coming out of this, but just know that you worked hard to get there, and what anybody else is going to tell you doesn't matter because you're already taking it. You are well on your way into your new garden, right? And you're loving the new you. Like the transformation with the beauty on the inside is now showing on the outside, right? And you're not having to worry about it. So there you go. That is your kind of outlook for the next little while. Like, you take a few times. Like the last one, it took you only, what, 2 days for it to happen that you went celebrating? So I do see this happening probably over the next probably 4 to 6 weeks. That these are things that you want to do, and do your homework. Just make sure you got it all figured out, because you definitely will have the collateral to do that. You've been saving hard for this, and the opportunity will show itself. Right? You're most welcome, darling. I hope that this resonates a lot with you. I see good things that aren't going great right now. I can't even say that. Things that aren't really going great right now are going to manifest into something that will make sense to you. You just have to have a little bit of patience and direction. Right? Don't forget to ask your supports as well, not just myself, but ask supports. Maybe other readers have the same information for you. But I'm thinking that this will probably be about 4 to 6 weeks, and you're more than welcome to get clarification in the meantime. If something's changed or you felt kind of a shift in a different direction that is not feeling good, you can always come back and you can see about what direction you can figure out for you, so you're not losing out on this opportunity. Right? But yeah, you're just walking, you're flowing. You're just flowing. Right? You are definitely flowing, bro. That is the most amazing transition from, a little field girl to, Anita Pentacles and fabulous. Like, oh God, look at me. You know what I mean? It's a good card. It is an awesome card. You'll keep moving in that direction, and keep in touch with the universe. Keep in touch with us. Let us know, because I want this result to be happening for you as well. And I do see it coming out in full form, right? You've left the old, you're walking in with a fabulous new body, maybe you've gone to the gym, looking good, you're worth it. We're going to pull a goddess card for you as well. Pull one goddess card for the clarification of the 9 of Pentacles. I want to know more about this gorgeous girl that's coming out. who is this woman walking through the gate right now? Just amazing and gorgeous. Who is that? Some heads are going to turn, that's for sure. Okay, so we want a goddess card. 4 from the Nine of Pentacles, please, Spirit. They're looking, they're looking. Spirit is looking at the cards. Come on, you can do it. Let's get one card for this goddess that's arriving. What is this goddess that is arriving? What is going on with that? Alright, I'm taking that one. Infinite supply. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. You have an infinite supply, girl, of what is coming towards you is going to be amazing. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Look at that. You are working your universal energy to the max. And you still haven't maxed it out. What the hell? You haven't maxed out your energy, and I don't think it's going to ever max out on you. I think you're moving in a very good direction. You know, and actually manifesting from a great perspective, right? You have, like an eagle, you have universal supports behind you. Like that's what I look at the energies as they're showing and revealing themselves as energy. You have a bird's eye view, and it's like there's a rainbow in the distance, but there's two energies that are right here at the front. There's a pink one and a blue one, so it could be a match. This could be a relationship to of infinite supply of masculine, feminine energy for you. That messenger bird, like almost like a dove, might be delivering a message in regards to love as well. Who knows? Infinite supply of loving energy, 100% great. You know what I mean? You can never run out with enough if you're doing it with good intentions. And you do. And that's the good thing, Scorpio, is that you do work with a good intention at all times. And that's why things are manifesting so well for you. It's because you're being respectful of the energy and not demanding too much from it. And allowing it to work and working with the spiritual side of things on your own. This is just an amazing infinite supply and that you understand that you do have, right? Selected people, they don't understand when they have an infinite supply as to what's going on. It could cause a lot of chaos for people that don't have the understanding of universal love and how to work with it and move in a direction that sounds good for you and resonates with you. Right? There you go, darling. There you go. All right. Supposed to look at the bottom of the deck. Hang on, what are we looking at? Oh, the High Priestess. We have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. The knowing all, the all, and that's all you need. You have a lot of beautiful goddess energy flowing around you right now. For your person, right? For you. You have a lot of, goddess energy number 1. O1. So if you want to learn about goddess energy, hit Scorp up. Scorp, I think, should have her, herself be teaching people how to be a goddess. Give them goddessness 101. Because you do have a lot of positive, beautiful energy around you. Just amazing. And it's so good to see when somebody is actually making this universal love happening like you do and correlating your life into accepting things that have come, things that are gone, things that are coming, things that are not. You don't worry too much about the outcome. You really allow the universe to create that outcome for you, that you work in a positive direction with the universe, and that's why things get to happen so gracefully, beautifully. Very graceful. So there you go. So that was your read there, Scorp, for the next, I don't know if you want to say it for the next month. But yeah, so that's amazing that is moving in such a positive direction for you. Like celebrating, hanging out, doing things that you like to do. To be that, look at me kind of energy, but not be, in people mind. You know you're looking good. You know you're moving right. You know you're moving to the right direction. And you're moving it. You shaking. You making it shake, baby. Shake. Shake, baby, shake. Shake that shit. You know what I mean? Get that energy flowing. Teach people how to be flowing. Let's get this flow on. Hit the flow, Joe. And let's rock the joint. You know what I mean? Like, you're ready to boogie down. That's awesome. That's so, so cool. I like the positive energies that we get. Just like we ask for, we want positivity. We want to have some fun. We want to be, moving on in. So I do see great things coming for you. As far as love, you may end up finding a connection with somebody. Not saying a life partner or anything yet, but somebody that might have a little bit of influence on your heart. Okay, which is a good thing, right? So hey, if you're having somebody weighing on your heart, or you're thinking a lot about, um, or you're trying to manifest a new love or anything, you know how to do it. Be very, very, very detailed. You want to chisel your man out like he's got to be chiseled out of a rock, literally, to make you happy. That's what I'm feeling with the energy. Is that he's got to be, solid. He's got to be loyal. He's got to be loving. He's got to have all these um, experiences, or I'm not sure what I wanted. Um, you're chiseling him. You're creating him from like a big mass stone from what you want from a person, the qualities that you want, the experiences that you want to, kind of correlate with each other. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, when you stop chiseling, you're like, damn, this is working out fine. Oh, fine. You're just going with the flow. So yeah, so you're definitely chiseling out your Hercules in life. You're working on that, and you're keeping everything else going at the same time. Like it's not a priority, but if it happens to happen, well then we'll just slide it on in here with the priority shit. You know what I mean? We're just gonna slide it on in. So yeah, so you may end up finding some love too. That was that boy and girl energy. You're not seeing each other yet, like you haven't kind of manifested into a full human being yet. It's still being created, the connection. Right? Be grateful. Be very detailed. Ask for them. There is somebody out there that matches your vibration. Right? And it's worth the while. You're gonna have relationships, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna have a bad relationship. But you always have relationships that have disagreements. You know, if the person's not mentally abusing you or physically abusing you, then it's a great thing to have as a partner, right? One that's not got those qualities, but you accept their faults for what they are, and that's all there is. Right? You accept them because nobody's perfect. Right? We're not all perfect. We try to do the best that we can. Try to do the best that we can with what we have and move in that direction. You go, girl. You damn well go, girl. You go. Yeah, you never know. There might be somebody, that you might even cross paths with that, you might end up meeting at a later, trial point or whatever, right? Just like the weirdest thing is I'll tell you the story about me and my partner and how we came to be. Um, and I had crossed, well, actually, he's crossed my path more than I've crossed his. And what happened was I met him at a meeting one day, and he was standing below this light on the side of the building with his leg up, looking like the James Dean kind of look. And so they ended up walking me to the bus stop, two guys. And so one's like a little brother, he's like a little like kid brother kind of thing, energy to me. And so I gave him a hug. And then my partner that I just met like not even 2 minutes prior to that, he was like, "Can I get a hug too?" And I'm like, "Ah, sure, why not?" And we've been together ever since. But I requested, to meet my partner that was purposely picked for me, and I gave the exact details. I left out a few details that I should have maybe mentioned, but we wouldn't be together if I kept those. Everything was 100% perfect because you're not going to get 100% perfect. You're going to get some people have flaws that you either accept or you don't, or you have to understand or you don't. And that's the part that, a lot of relationships don't take the time to understand the other person or what the other person's going through. If it's not working, let's jump ship. No, it doesn't work that way. You can't jump ship when you got no goddamn life jacket to begin with. And there was no way I was jumping ship and losing a great guy. You know, we all have our faults. I have my faults for getting upset. Just little things like that. But at the end of the day, we're still together and we still love each other, even though we're maybe had an argument like half an hour before, but we deal with it, we let it go, and we don't bring it back, right? You don't hash up old shit. And things aren't perfect. My world's not a perfect world. But it's perfect enough for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be going, oh, I have to win the lottery and be on a lavish, cruise, which would be nice. The chances of that happening are probably, the same amount of chances of me getting hit by lightning. You know what I mean? Get hit by lightning, well then we'll have a conversation. I'll buy a lottery ticket when I get hit by lightning. Okay. So yeah. So but yeah, and and you manifest what you want, and you're chiseling out a life partner when you can't, when you chisel out that human being, even though you may have left some qualities out, at the time of creating what you want as a human partner or life partner, soul connection, whatever it may be for you. Um, be very selective. You know, you will find the one that you vibe with, and I vibe with mine. We have a good time. We laugh. We have our bad days where I'm like losing it, or he's losing it. But we still at the end of the day support each other in every direction that we try to move in. And there's some things that are hard to let go. There's some things in our lives that both of us have gone through that may have not been, of the better scenery, but we have each other to support to be able to talk about that and be supportive. So always remember that. You always need to support and love and come with an unconditional love, like you were getting last time. But be grateful because, things could be a lot worse. For everything that you positively get from the universe is usually with a good intention, so long as it's not for self gratification that you're doing that. When I asked for the universe for my partner, I have been vocal and I said I want a man that's not abusive. I want a man that knows how to be loving and nurturing. I want a man that can accept my faults for what they are and be able to work with that. I do not want a person that is physically abusive at all in any such way, verbal, mentally, or physically. Don't want anybody that's like that. Uh, you know, yeah, sure, Hala. Ask away. That's what I'm here for. So how many people are actually even here? I don't even know who's even in chat. Let me take a look. Oh, it's only showing me in chat, so okay, so I don't know why it's not even showing people in chat right now. It blows my mind. I don't even know, maybe there's like 7, 8 people watching it says 3. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's not showing any participants in the chat either. If you guys are here, the only way that I'm gonna know that you're here is if you kind of put your name in there, you say hey, say I missed another one, hi, Earth Angel. So, can I ask you a question? What does that sign mean? What sign? I don't know what sign you're asking. I'm stuck with person I was thinking of letting him go. Okay. Okay. Let me channel something. The question that Spirit wants to know is why are you? Why? That's on. Why are you? Hey Liz, how you doing? Yesterday I saw hi. His name is I said, he's my twin flame. Okay, so you want to know about twin flame. Okay, so you guys are obviously not on the same level playing field. Okay, what is probably happening right now with you guys, and I'm not having to use cards for this because the cards are coming the same way. What I'm understanding is that you're not balancing the energy to assist to help a person along with their spiritual journey. Okay, they may not be in a position right now that makes sense to them or wants to even understand it because it might be a little bit mind-boggling. Gets very when you're dealing with this kind of energy and you're feeling like you're falling out of love. It's letting that old energy of the love that you thought you had and changes it into a more loving love. Okay, so when you're dealing with your own spirit and you're doing all the work to kind of make your world a little bit better or understanding your position in life better, and with all the oddities that are going on around you, he may not be even near that path. Okay, So what happens is you're going to end up dividing, but you don't actually have to leave the relationship to do this. Okay, you do not even have to leave a relationship. You stick like for me, I stuck it out. I was with now my learned that we've had past lives together. Is with me. So I'm not going to just get up and leave because he's not on the same page. There may be a slight blockage between the two of you for a short time where you end up, kind of doing your own thing, allowing the other person to go their journey and let them kind of start seeing the signs and symbols of it. But educating your partner into helping him understand his journey, if he's your twin flame, you actually work together and you try to figure it out together. If you're going down a different path than he is, let it happen. If he's going down a separate path and he decided to go a different route than normal, that's his choice. Okay? But what I see is that a lot of people are just giving up. They're not understanding that you can actually have a spiritual journey while you're still in a relationship. And even though you might be separated by spirit, you're not physically separated. That's where the hard part comes in. And I find that when people are already in union with their twin flame, it's not because you're going to leave or he's going to leave you, but it's the growth has to go and change. Like the whole dynamic of your relationship is going to change once you actually get on the same page. And there's going to be nothing at the end of the day once you come back together into the being spiritually connected, not just physically. Physical is the easy part. It's when you're dealing with your spiritual part. It's very difficult. You have a lot of emotional attachment. You have a lot of situations that maybe you can share with him and say, is there a good time that we can sit down and talk about this and put it out there for him to have an option, sort of like you're throwing him a life preserver. Like he's out in the rocky waters, you throw him a life preserver to save. You know what I mean? You're gonna do whatever it takes to make sure he's not gonna drown. Okay, you don't want him to drown. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna, if you have to get up, jump ship to go rescue this person because they're lost or they're, not seeing or feeling like they're drowning in life, you're going to be there to support them and help them too. That's where your connection from a physical to a spiritual dimension changes. You just can't be parted, right? When you have that connection, it's there, and it's like like one magnet grabbing the other magnet, and that's it. You're stuck. But learning how to work within that energy of being stuck, and how to pry that situation apart so you can take a look at it. It makes a big difference when you actually help someone else. You're doing this work. You become wanting other people to, have the best of both worlds, right? So, like I always say, when I look through these eyes, which is God's eyes, I get to see what is important and what isn't, right? And just from 5 years of going through like chaos and literally felt like I was literally dying. But it was a not a physical death; it was a spiritual death that I went through, and it's been bizarre ever since. Okay, I'll say that. But don't give up on him because you guys aren't getting along. Seek the question. Ask why is he. Sit back and say, okay, why is he not on the same path? Is there something that I'm missing? Because there's obviously something going on maybe in his life that he's not willing to share. Because when you're going through your spiritual awakening, there's personal shit that you don't want to share with people. You want to keep it to yourself. You don't have to give up all your information. So you have to be aware of that there's going to be situations that may rise up that you can't have any, you can't find any way to help him, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to allow them to grow spiritually. It's like taking care of a child that, is riding their bike for the first time and they fall off a few times. They're going to fall off. They're just going to fall off. It's the way it just goes. Okay, so it just flows. Same kind of thing. As far as a karmic partner, karmic partners can be dealt with spiritually. Like you can actually request the universe to cut that tie, or you can cut the tie if you don't want anything to do with this karmic partner. But if you're thinking about leaving this relationship because of this karmic partner, it's the wrong move. Instead of do not leave a relationship because you have another option or offer. The one that you are with, as far as a twin flame, it could be a good thing, but you both have to learn to balance and work together. Right? You can't just be, divided and then say, fuck it, I'm not going to do any work. Because you come back and your lines will intersect. Mine and my partners have intersected to the point where he lived even in the same house 3 months prior to him moving in with me. His brother moved into the exact same house that I was living in like 7 years ago, into the same place that I actually lived. I've known this guy ever since probably I would say probably 10 years, 10, 12 years. And I've met him before at a bar, and I remember him clearly. And then he told me about, I met him, and then he moved in with his brother at the house that I used to live in. Now, if that's not a coincidence. There is some kind of connection all the way through. We've intersected our paths, and now we actually are running on the same path together. We're coming back together and understanding each other's role in our relationship is different. Um, we do different things, but we also have past lives and a lot of debt that we had to clear for ourselves. And it was hard, working through all those past life energies um, that would be bringing me closure, right? So that you can start the new. If you do feel like you're kind of growing away, it's just the growth period that you're expanding, right? And the other person, you can't really focus too much on them when you're trying to also do your own. But be in a supportive state at all times, right? If this is someone that you've loved and you've been in a relationship for a while and you know how they operate, you know them like the back of your hand. If this is a twin flame, you'll know stuff like this. You'll feel it, right? If you're a current partner, doesn't mean that you have to go and pursue that current partner. It doesn't mean you have to go and be in a relationship to figure out the karmic debt. You can sit down and journal it and pray about it and send your intentions to the universe that you want this relationship that you're currently in to work, and you don't want to have to deal with karmic partners. You can cut the cords on those. Karmic partners are just people out just to destroy relationships. I think that's what I get. I won't let anybody say that they have any karmic partnership with my partner because he's not interested. He won't be interested. He's interested where he has now. It's understanding competitive companionship that has an understanding and the support that he needs whenever he gets excited about like things are happening for him now and he's excited. He's like up and down when something really cool happens. Like he's been seeing the number 53 everywhere he goes. Like being excited and having that new energy that's not like the old. That's kind of like burdened and everything else. It's kind of worn out energy. Well, when you get into that state of awakening, you get that new energy burst. It's the most amazing feeling. It's like having the best drug in the world, and being able to take it without any side effects. You know what I mean? It boosts you up. So it's like it's like an addictive drug though. It's like you could float to heaven and back once you get through that. The first little kind of plop you in the mud. Now you got to clean yourself up and figure it out. How are you going to do it? Which way you're going? And there's a lot of confusion when you first start your twin flame journey. It was for me. I have numerous amounts of telepathy messages coming through for me when I could be hearing a person reiterating their energy through a song, through a vibration. I've even had it where I've had my bed and my feet literally move, like hit, kind of like the energy that is being sent out, like, hey, wake up. You know what I mean? But there's nothing out there that I would be satisfied with, because with the understanding that I have today, I probably would be very dissatisfied with a lot of people, right? Because there's too many people that are still sleeping. And the whole drama that goes along with having a twin flame, or a karmic partner at that. I have numerous ones. I remain a friendship connection. That's all I want from you. I do not want to be in a relationship with anyone. A French connection. Oh, wait, no French. uh, but I do have French in me, so it's not like I can say no. But I keep them at arm's length, right? So spiritually, keep everybody at arm's length. If this is a relationship you want, and you'll know if this is really seriously not the relationship that you want, then break up. But if you've tried everything and you're, still kind of wondering, and especially when you're dealing from the spiritual side of the work, never give up hope. But if you come to an amicable solution for both of you and just leave on good terms, then who am I to say you can't do that? You can do that. But you just have to make sure that you're looking at it with outside the box, not standing in the relationship, but look outside. Be an observer from the outside of your being. Right? There may be stuff going on in his personal life that he's had to carry with him all his life. He doesn't want to share. So maybe he's not willing to open up right now. It took my partner almost 4 years to open up about some things about himself and accepting some facts about his life, right? That I helped him with. Um, you know, and he's much more happier now, being with that understanding, being able to move with something that makes sense to him, right? It makes sense. Some of it still is new, but most of it will make sense, right? And that's the way I operate. I want it to make sense for people. I want people to have an opportunity to experience things that are important, like relationships, like companionship, and to have somebody that's willing to support them on their journey, right? That's how you bring the two together. Is you want to support him, he wants to support you, but you're kind of hitting the speed bumps right now that are slowing everything down. So don't, you know, um, but overall you're slowing each other down. So just allow them to, take the leash off or something. Like don't try to keep it there. Allow it to flow. If you're gonna let a dog, like you let your dog off the leash, he's gonna run around. He's gonna have fun. He's gonna experience different things. Blah blah blah, like a crazy little man, right? Just having some freedom. Maybe he's feeling like he's stuck. Maybe he's feeling like he doesn't have it. An understanding level. He's not being able to find validation in his thoughts, or his actions are not being validated in a certain way that maybe that's bothering him, right? So these are all avenues that you have to make sure you've gone through. And if it's still feeling the same way at the end of the day and you've worked really hard and there's really nothing left, then go. Don't hold him down, right? So you have to make that decision within yourself, Howard. It doesn't mean you have to leave the relationship to better yourself. You can do it within the relationship, but you're there supporting each other on each other's level, okay? And that's why I don't agree with all these twin flames breaking up relationships, karmic partners causing so much havoc on somebody else's relationship just because they want what they have, right? It's not a gimme, 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 gimme. It's just back the hell off, right? Leave us alone. Let us work through our shit. If we can't come to an amicable decision on whether to be together or apart, flip a fucking coin. You know what I mean? Like flip a coin, make a decision based on a coin. Because that's basically, if you're letting a person go without understanding the point of view, you might as well just flip a quarter and say, I'm taking heads I leave, tails I go. You know what I mean? If that's how you want to run your life, then run it that way. That's perfectly fine. For you, it wouldn't work for me. I'm not a person that just gives up because you know, something's not working. I have been there. Trust me, I've made that comment before. I wouldn't actually leave the relationship. I would take a break from a relationship, yeah. If it happens to be better, then so be it. Okay. Yeah, I just got something to drink. My mouth is getting dry. So, um, okay. So, is there anything else, Hella, that you want me to wanted some insight on? How to kind of get through this kind of maybe stagnant moment? When you probably saw his name, okay, I'm just going to say this because I know that I've done love stuff before where things actually have solidified themselves. Um, always see you're spiritually connected to this person's stuff. Okay, that's a simple fact, or it's unresolved energy that you haven't let go of. So you're holding on, but are you holding on for the sake of because it's comfortable enough for you to hold on to that you're too fearful of what might be out there or what you might end up finding out on your own? I'm just wondering, like, you want to leave or you don't want to leave. If it comes down to that coin, then flip the coin. Right? Thinking about it is not going to resolve it. You can think about it all you want. What is going to resolve it is actually being an adult, sit down and say, listen, if things aren't going together and we're not meant to be together, is this something that you've been feeling about, or, has there been some stuff that's come up for you in your spiritual journey? If he is on one, you don't even know. I don't know if he's on one. I don't know anything about it. And that's why I'm not pulling cards, is because I'm just going based on, this vibrations that I'm getting in regards to it. Because if I pull cards and they come out the same way, then, there's, there's probably a reason as to why it's coming out so way. Like, I'm feeling like you're just kind of like You're in neutral, is what I'm getting. Like you're exhausted in this. You want to either cut it or go with it. But you have to make a decision. That's what it's going to be the draining part, and that's what's draining on you right now is that waiting and understanding. But if you get it, that energy out there and you place it on the table for him to make a decision, and then you're leaving the ball in his court, right? And you can release some of that energy that you've been carrying around as far as the relationship is concerned. Have that sit down and talk. If you're both not on the same page, at least you know why things aren't working. You know, he may not even have an answer as to why things aren't working. He could be confused. He could have a lot of things going on. But you're just thinking, right? You're thinking about everything that um, has no validation because it's not coming directly from the source. That's coming from your own person and what you're perceiving it. And our perception is never going to be the same as two people standing in a room. What I'm looking at when I'm standing in a room with you is not going to be the same that you're looking at me while I'm looking at you. The perception is not going to be the same. Okay, so think about that. Think that the relationship is there, right? You're still having a connection. You still have your tie into the relationship. He probably is still having his tie because otherwise he wouldn't be showing up in yours. So there's definitely something going on there spiritually between the two of you. You need to sit down and figure that out before you end up moving into another dimension with him, right? And take it for what it's worth. If you're feeling that you're thinking about letting him go, well, I'm getting the feeling you already have. After this, I'm thinking that you probably already have let him go. If you're seeing his name everywhere in a weird place, take notice of that. That could be your oracle. The angels coming or spirit guides coming to say you need to work this out. You need to settle it now because this is not ways that we spend our day worrying or thinking about letting a person go, either let them go or don't. If you're willing to give up 100%, then go. If you're not, and you still think there's a possibility, then give it an opportunity to work. Don't let somebody else's influence into your relationship allow you to destroy your relationship. Okay? You work at it together. You don't have to work apart. But you stand there and you support each other, and that's what you have to do. I've got numerous amounts of karmic partners, I'm sure, for the past life. We even came into correlation back to Mark Anthony and Cleopatra when we were together. Numbers were showing up and it correlated with all this shit. I was like blown away. I can go back in my history for a while and find out that, um, that I actually, from the religion that I was part of, which I no longer even want anything to do with, but they have an archaeology or an ancestry registration type thing where you get to go back and see all your um, you can go and see all your relatives and like your light or what do they call it, family tree, right? Mine goes all the way back to being the great 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 niece of a gentleman that was he was like the king's court dude that looks after the king, King Anthony the Fifth or something like that. But it shows up as him being what do they call it? They do the Mormon act. He's like goes all the way back to this guy that is like a court. I don't even know what you call him. Not a knight, or was it a knight of something anyway. And I found that out like 2 years ago that I have like royalty in my adopted family flesh. It's not my royalty, mind you, but to know that Sir something, Sir Alfred, blah blah blah, whatever. Um, he was like the keeper of the king type thing, personal information, and the king's right hand man. Experience that, like there's so much history that a lot of people don't even know how crazy it is that we all are from the same genome, is what I'm getting. There's no possible way you could go back centuries and centuries and not have your DNA coming out within a different DNA. Right? You have those memories. When you unlock your third eye, or you unlock your subconscious mind to the messages, it gets fucking weird. It scared me for a while. That I had thought that I literally had gone through a physical death or something, and I didn't. Like I was kind of, I opened my third eye and I felt like I was like an aura instead of being a actual three-dimensional. I was questioning myself and my whole dimensional being of being in this three-dimensional world. And I got so deep in my third eye and all the information there It was like I was living in a whole different dimension at that point. Like literally picked myself up, thought myself in a different world. You know, it blew my mind. But then after a while, it started making sense that we have all this correlation and connection from years past, right? And, and that was based a lot on the numerology part of things and how numbers were showing up and angel messages. You know, like divinely protected by, the God source is why I have a 333 behind me. Because that's the only number that I can correlate with. That's the only one that's shown up. It's 333 through all my numerology and synchronicities. Plus, you get the 1111 or I get 1221, which is now I'm mirroring my own energy right now and trying to make it work, right? And that's what it comes down to. Trying to get through some of those days. It's crazy. Right? Hey, that's no worries, Vinny. I know you always come back, so I want to know if. Okay, so who are we doing this now? Who's here? Elizabeth. Oh, hey, yeah. Yeah, then we had Elizabeth. Here. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, yeah, I'm doing a lot of like mirroring of the energy that's going on right now. Is what I'm kind of facing right now. And it's difficult, I don't like looking at myself because, like I said before in another video, the looking at myself, I saw a very ugly person, and spiritually, like my whole inner being was just not anything of what I expected it to be. I thought it was different, but when you do the clearing, things kind of lighten up. Things start taking on the physical dimensional part of life. And like, I've had a hard time with it. I'm not going to say the journey is easy. I'm not going to say the journey is extremely hard. But it gets really fucking real when you're dealing with your spiritual part. And a lot of people don't even want to even go there. But I can tell you that once you do go through it, and you literally experience it for what it truly is, your outlook on life, when you come out of that trance state, is a whole different ballgame. A whole different ballgame. It's a lot easier because you have a better understanding of how things work and doing a lot of meditation. Um, you know what I had to do, and I still do it. I'm trance out for a few minutes and give a message. I've been able to do that since I started opening my third eye again. Since I was a little girl, I could see all these things and hear all these vibrations, right? Clairvoyant. It's been a journey, and I'm loving my life. And I couldn't ask for a second opportunity at another particular can type thing that I always allowed everybody else to decide for me. I decide for myself, and I work it. You just have to, even though it's maybe stuff you don't want to look at. That's where you need to be doing the healing on it because you're not looking at certain aspects that are carrying energy and draining you because it's not being resolved. Right? And you know what, you don't have to go like meditating like crazy. Like I used to meditate when I got up in the morning, when I went to bed at night. I would spend like an hour by myself in my room and just, do a meditation for an hour. And just connecting with my spirit guides, like, hanging out with the whole spiritual realm, right? Oh, you're getting snappy. I know a lot of people are getting like really irritable. I think it's because they're talking about the Mercury going direct, blah blah blah. I don't know. Something has to do with planets because I know that myself, my partner, I know that when you talk to people they get snappy. I'm no saint against that one. I've done that many times, right? Yeah, I am too. I think that's just the overbearing energy that maybe has to be, packaged and released. You know what I mean? It's being pent up, so it shouldn't get pent up. Mm-hmm. And just being aware of what is your trigger prior to that kind of snappy feeling coming through. Could it be because you're hungry, or if you smoke or drink or whatever? Could it be correlated with an external factor before you get snappy, right? And if the person that you're having the snappy moment with, have they done something in the recent past or situation that might cause that to happen, right? People need to learn not to push other people's buttons, right? Right? Well, it was probably because you didn't have a cigarette. If you're, because that's what happens. Um, you can get snappy over not having a cigarette. I do. I know I do. I go right crazy if I don't have my cigarettes. I'm very content with, coffee, cooler, cigarettes, and the odd sandwich. That is what I would like. That's basically my. That's it. That's really. I just kind of don't really even. I made an awesome meal the other night. I had roast beef dinner, and it was like to kill for. But I didn't, end up going going all crazy because I was hungry. Right? So it might be just maybe your sugar levels are slacking down. That could also be the reason too, is because your what do we call it? It's not sugar, but your potassium and all that can lower it and cause hunger pains or whatever. But it's I can't remember what they call that. The not the enzymes. Like you have to get Powerade and stuff like that. The electrolytes, like your sugar levels and everything, might have dropped because you might not have had like a meal to actually keep your sugar levels moving in a more healthy way. So that could have been it as well. I know that I get cranky if I don't have my coffee or I don't have a cigarette or I don't have like what I want to eat. I lose it, which would lose it. But yeah, so with that, there's a lot of internal aspects that a lot of people are just now realizing that there's a lot of information out there for everybody to hear, right? Um, you know, we could, electrolytes can be very damaging. That's why they put you up. When you go to a hospital, you get put on an IV. All that is sugar water, right? That's all that is sugar and water. Um, Unless you get like a potassium one, but you can get potassium from bananas. Bananas are very good for you. When you're on a fat-free diet. See, like for me, I will eat. It does, and people say it's a bad thing to drink coffee. Not it keeps me level. It keeps me sane. If I don't have my coffee, my cigarettes, 100% you're going to see me bouncing off the wall, and I'm losing it. Or I'll have my cooler or my lemonade, homemade juice. I always make my lemonade to myself. I put in a little bit of sugar, lemon juice, and water and ice cubes, and it is the best detoxifier in the world. I love it. It gets things moving, right, without having to be like a fiber optic or fiber kind of thing, right? Okay, so who else? Elizabeth's still here. I love it. Elizabeth, how are you doing? Anyway, I haven't had a chance to say hi. I'm talking away here just on generalization of experiences to help others. So we're getting like the healing thing going today. We're getting the purification. There we go. There's another way to purify yourself is drink a lot of lemon water. Like water with lemon in it. That's the detoxifier is supposed to be. Phenomenal. That's what I drink. Have some lemonade. It's good. That's bloody good. Right. So how have things been going for work? Oh, it's been a tough couple of days. Oh, you're a tough woman. You got this. So do you want I think it's been like a week since I did something for you, Elizabeth. Would you like me to pull a card and see what the next 24, 48 hours is for you? You're busy at work yet? Oh, oh. Okay, was that hopefully that's not in correlation to when you had your first reading done. The one that we did on Hangouts there. Alright, so we're gonna pull a card. Which cards would you like me to pull with Elizabeth? Do you want me to pull the Witch's Tarot? Do you want me to pull the Foul cards, the Goddess cards, or the Animal Dreaming cards? It's your pick. You pick what cards you want to have your reading done with. Whatever, or just even the regular Rider-Waite, it's totally up to you. It's your call. Just the tarot card. Okay. So you want the Witch's Tarot? This one here, like the moons, which is my actual Horizon sign. Is that one the Rider-Waite deck? Okay, we can use the Rider-Waite. All right, we'll pull it right away. All right. So you want Spirit to give us some messages for our lovely Elizabeth Marcus, please give us direction, advice on how to better deal with her situations that are rising up for her. Oh, yeah, you're definitely having some clashing moments. and like almost like you've hit a brick wall, trying to resolve it. Mm. The other person might be being sneaky about what they're doing, because that was like that card went out, and I had to kind of like move like a snake energy there. All right. Cut. All right, four jump cards. There's one, two. One more, please. Can you get one more card straight up, please? Ooh, the devil, Capricorn. Not the devil card. All right. The first one is this one. Nope, we got two. So we got the Page of Swords, new beginning. You have the Tower in reverse, and you have the Star in reverse. So this is causing a lot of uncertainty with you. And the Devil is the outcome card. This is who it's about, Capricorn energy. Okay. If you're moving in a more positive direction, and you're trying to like just look behind you to make sure you're not having to deal with like followers, or you know what I mean, like you're done with people being involved in everything you do, like you're having to look over your shoulder at some past energy or person, place, or thing that's coming up, and that you're taking notice, and you're trying to let them know that you are figuring it out, like you're not stupid as to what the situation is, and you're ready to go if it gets to the stage of having to deal with it in a more negative kind of connotation or direction. Um, but you're standing in a pose where you're not accepting the offer that's coming in. Like you have your body posed as like, you're turned a bit, like you're protecting yourself, and you're always trying to be aware of what's going on behind you. So this could be like an energy that's going on behind your back that you're maybe having to deal with. The Tower moment isn't going to happen quite yet. It's in reverse. You could be jumping for joy. Like when I see this card in reverse, I always see people having a good time. Like people have got their hands in the air, let's party, like when it's in reverse. It's like everybody's jumping for joy. Okay? When we have it right side up, it's like everybody's falling down. You see what I mean? So this one doesn't mean that the Tower moment is going to come. You both have, both are kind of challenge, or have like a channeling energy, and you're like, haha, I can do this better than you can. You're having a pissing contest with this ex, and don't give him the benefit of having this pissing contest, because it's not a pissing contest when only one knows how to, be an ass, okay, and take advantage of another person. So it could be like the separation is happening, and there's nothing you can do to make it, have to be a tower moment. Like you've just thrown your hands in the air and said, I'm done. This is it. I'm out. I'm rising up. I'm going to move. I'm going to be positive, and I'm floating to the top. You don't need to fall out of anything or have anything fall out for you. Right? You're very well in control of your own actions. And even in the tower moment, if you look close, the position of the body on the blue one as well is twisted away from the other person. Right? So their whole body is switching. Let me get that closer so that shows a little more. Okay, so you see how the body's kind of twisted away from the other person, and it's moving away, right? So that is a positive. The other person is, didn't hold on for dear life, so they're looking back at going down, right? So it's a falling energy for the other person. The other person is failing at what they're trying to do. Then we have the Star card in reverse. And due to this unbalance that you have been feeling with the ex, you need to maybe just stop and reflect on, the whole experience, and really focus your energy. It's like you're looking into a gazing pool. Okay, what happens in a gazing pool? As far as this is what the spirit just told me, it's like you're looking at a reflection of yourself. Um, that maybe at that time in the relationship you didn't want to be. Like it wasn't being you. You were kind of like a little bit off balance with choosing what direction to go in. You either feed the pond or you feed the earth. It's one or the other. It's like having your cake and eating it too is not happening. Okay, so maybe this is in relation to the relationship wanted his cake and have the whole damn cake when there was only a piece that was allowed. You know what I mean? Like, and that really took you and made you have to reflect on the whole intentions of the person that you were connecting with, which is probably that scorpion energy. They don't have to. Um, you don't have to feel like you're chained to this person, right? But this person is trying to chain you to them, right? Um, and he's kind of like, you know, extending his hand, trying to maybe make an amends with the relationship, and you're not accepting any of it. You just don't even want anything to do with it. You're like standing there, and you're like, no, this is it. This is done. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And he's extending his hand. He's like, well, can you do this for me, please? And he's always seeming like he needs. He's a very needy energy. His hand and stuff like, well, I'll take that now. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you can give me, I'll take it. You know, I'll just take it because you don't even see what's going on. It means to be careful of what energy you're offering up into this energy. It's not worth it. You know, he's not going to be, you know, the almighty big shot kind of guy that he normally would be. It might be a humbling experience that he has this kind of power moment for himself, but there is definitely one person still falling from the tower, whether you look at it in reverse or the right side up or down, right side wrong, right? Um, so don't feel like you can break the chain. Like, you're like almost pointing at the chain, like, um, that's what I want done. I want to cut right here. I'm gonna cut this, and that's all that's gonna happen. I won't have to be attached to you no more. So you're having to actually cut the cord or the chains that are binding your spiritual relationship together. Okay, so you're spiritually connected, not physically, but spiritually. And this person is failing, and they're needing your help. So either they're gonna ask you for the help in an appropriate way, or they're just gonna take it. You know what I mean? Like, demand it. Um, you know, if they're going through a situation that you feel that you want to help them out with, then go for it. If it's not a situation you want to help out with, then don't. You know, but it's becoming a very thin, fine line between that, um, him pushing the limit of the envelope, right? He's pushing the envelope, and the envelope that he's trying to offer, it has nothing in it that's going to benefit, you know, you being so changed to him spiritually. And it's just taking and draining from you. It's taking more of your energy to focus that energy within him. Like, you're done. You don't want to do this anymore. Like, your hands are done. You know, you're already wanting to move into a more directional situation. But he caught your attention with something that he did. That's why you're looking back. Like, something happened for you to have to look back at this. But he's not taking his position very clearly until, you know, poof, out of the window you fell, you know, and now you're asking me to save you when I'm already on my way out of this relationship. Um, you know, so that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Um, you know, everything doesn't need to get flipped upside down, because if you have the pentagram upside down, you're dealing with a 15, which is a 6, which is okay. Um, you know, so let's see what the numbers are. Oh wow, you have like one, two. You have 3 arcanas in your deck. So they're 10, 17, and 16. So the tower moment is going to have to come before this, you know, reflection time for you. Being a 17 or 16 on here and 17 over here. You know, like, you're moving in the direction. It may not feel like you are, but it's, you know, if you think about it, you're looking at things. You're looking up at things when you're really looking down, right? So, you know, like they say in science class, when we perceive something, sometimes it comes out as the opposite of what we want, but it's the information that you receive that sometimes it isn't the best message to get, uh, but you're not having any help in where this person is headed. You kind of step back and say, hey, no, I don't want none of it. This is not for me. It's not for me. You're blocking a lot of the energy from that, which is a good thing. You know, you're moving it in a more happier direction, but you're having to keep a watch on your shoulder. You know, like somebody who's behind creating this chaos for you, which is probably him, creating this upheaval because he's not getting what he wants. And it's like a child, you know, like a child not getting his way, you know, that they try to just, you know, figure out whatever way they can until they have no other way to get out of the box. They'll try anything, get me out of here, right? Or if you put a kid in the bedroom for a timeout, they want to keep opening the door and say, "Can I come out yet? Can I come out yet?" And it gets to be very annoying and very, it's very in your face all the time, right? So, and you're ready to not even accept an apology from this person. You're really not accepting anything. You were partners, but now it's the chains have to come off, right? The chains have to come off. Okay, so we're gonna pull up. Excuse me. I'm gonna pull one from Witch's Tarot. We get a clarification on this Capricorn relationship. Let's see what we get from here. If it reiterates or if it bounces again. We want to see what's going on. With this energy that was, and we got the Six of Cups in reverse. So this is definitely an energy that's trying to take everything that you possibly can give. Okay. You've had, but nothing's falling. Okay. With this being in reverse, I see it as it's familiar. It's a familiar energy to you. You spent a lot of time together. You created quite a bit of memories together, but those memories don't even kind of want to be validated anymore. Like they're all the same, just the same experience over and over and over and over and over again. So many times within the relationship that you're calling it quits. Like it's a repetitive energy that keeps happening within your the relationship, in that relationship. Mm-hmm. So just balance it. You have the ability to make this a balanced situation, but you're refusing to allow any offerings to come or go. Okay. Right. So you're moving in the right direction, and it's a difficult transition to make sometimes when you have emotional feelings for people. You always try to keep their best interest available, even though sometimes they aren't doing it kindly in return. And that's where we have to, cut the cord and say, you're on your own. You're on your own. There's nothing I can do to you. I've given what I can, I've given everything I can. There isn't anything more that I want to give because you're tired of giving. You're not receiving anything. So why, it's not balancing. It's not balancing. The books aren't balancing because you're giving more. And that person, your partner, ex-partner, is not giving you anything in return to even work with. Okay? So that was awesome. So hopefully that helps Elizabeth. But don't give up hope. Just keep standing in your power and just say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. Just let it go, right? But deal with it as you're dealing with it, right? Let them know. Right? And you should, it's always hard when you have to cut an emotional connection to someone. It's very difficult. I can say that I've had to cut my emotional connection for a lot of people in my life. But at the same point, if I still would have had certain people in my life that I didn't cut, my life probably would be a whole lot different. It wouldn't be in a positive direction at all. So always remember, number one is you, number two is universe, and number three is whoever you want to add after that. Right? So always think of you, universe, and everybody else comes second to that. Right? Nobody gets a bump of the line or gets a favorite more. You know what I mean? Nobody gets to jump line because they know you type thing. It's when you get to them, when you want to deal with it, then you get to them. It's like, take a goddamn number out of you. What I mean? Get a little number slot, for anybody that wants to come and have a chat, say, take a number. Have a seat. I'll get to you when I get, past the other 275 people that I'm trying to evaluate right now. You know what I mean? You got to put some laughter into it, make it exciting, have fun with it. Have some fun with it. Yeah. But you're worth it, Elizabeth. You definitely know your shit. You know what you're doing. You're not no fool. But it just gives you some insight that the operating party is not operating with the best intention. It's holding on to something that, can't be held on to. It's like, why would you want to hold on to me? You just want whatever you want. Right? I'm not willing to give it, so let me go. Right? because you're already loose. You've been, the chains don't have to stay on. You know, he's trying to possibly try to keep it that way. So. No problem, Elizabeth. I'm glad that I give you a little bit more insight into how to better maneuver the situation for you. And I wish you all the best. And remember, you're worth it. Nobody else can take anything from you. If you allow them to, then that's a different story. But always remember, the purpose of giving doesn't always have to be to get satisfaction. Right? Sometimes giving is, hurtful or emotional or physical. Don't have to be necessarily dealt in that way. Better than just sitting down and talking and getting it out in the air. Right? And that's where people get a step back with, I guess. Things aren't working. They're not working. A candle can only burn for so long in a relationship if you're not being attending to the flame. You attend to the flame like you have a fire burning in your backyard or having a nice quiet evening in your fire pit. You have to keep feeding that fire and that development for it to work. If you're not getting, the balanced help for anybody else to help look after that sacred fire of yours, then it's going to burn out. It's going to end. It's just going to become ashes. Right? It's going to fall apart, and that's all you got left is ashes. Or you can sit there and be on the same page and say, hey, I'm not going to look after the fire for a bit. Can you make sure that fire doesn't burn out because it's heating your home or whatever, you know what I mean? Always having the group and the connection with somebody else is willing to help when you have, times that are a little bit tougher or, can support you and saying, hey, don't worry about it, we'll get it done, works with you, and make sure that fire doesn't burn out. And that's how a fire in a relationship works. Somebody's not feeding the fire when the other person is taking a situation and has been looking after the fire, say, for 15 years, and is tired of looking after the fire, it's going to burn out because the other person's not going to even be aware. They're not even noticing that there was a fire for the last 15 years. You know what I mean? 15 years ago, we built a fire together. We started this relationship, and now I'm the only one that's looking after it. So why would you want to spend time sitting around a fire when you can go out and have somebody else that's willing to help sit by the fire with you and work with it? You know what I mean? Like, somebody wants to be around the fire to stay warm. There's people that want, friendship, compassion, warmth from people. And there's not a lot of warmth nowadays in a lot of people, I've found. A lot of people will be really smoothie to you still. And, those are the autopilot ones. They don't even understand universal energy. They're too caught up in the religious part of things, I think. The spiritual religious, like Christians and all these other denominations of religion that I have. I'm slowly losing respect for. I really am slowly losing respect for, especially the church that I belong to. I'm just disgusted by, how they operate, and I'm gonna actually do a video on it with my face fully in view, and I'm gonna have one of these videos about Mormonism, and I'm gonna say exactly which church it is. Um, Looking after, them telling me, oh, we can't help you. Or, a fellow friend of mine that joined the church as well, because they had a daughter, they wanted to teach her good things. She ended up on the street. She came to my house a few times. I helped her out with clothing. I didn't have space for her to be able to stay at the moment. She was okay though. She had a place to go to. But this is a member of a church, and you're leaving them to be sleeping in the bush and not even give a shit about them. Why? Because they're not handing over their fucking whole paycheck to you to fucking go and build temples with. That, half of the population or half of your congregation of the whole Mormonism and every single member is not going to fit that routine. Nobody wants to have to be demanded of doing service for others. I do a service for others, and I have a perfect life. I think about my higher source, my source energy. He's there, she's there, whatever it is there. I don't need to be told that, oh yeah, don't worry, Jesus Christ is going to come out of the clouds, and he's going to come down and he's going to save all of us. Like, doesn't that sound smart? Like, how smart are you really thinking? Or who is really using their brain when you have people that are telling you some man's going to come down from the clouds and he's going to reappear? Like, oh, really? Oh, I must have slept through that fucking meeting. Because I haven't seen when Jesus come down yet, and I don't see him coming. Religion is a money, it's a money siphoning business. And it is manipulating hearts and truths so that they can have control. They can't control me. So guess what? Guess what happens when the bull has had enough and it's pissed? It's going to charge. And it's going to make damn sure it hits the nail on the head. And I will keep fighting towards, this congregation, let alone the whole congregation, with all their temple building and shit, out of marble arches and this and that. Wow. So that's what my fucking tithe. I didn't even have a say into where my fucking money went when I was giving the money. Didn't have a say in it. Go figure. You better have those temples built because you guys are all going to burn in hell. If something was to happen, you think they'd have enough room for me in the temples that they built? No, because I didn't go and take my communion, or not communion. I didn't go and take my vows to be temple ordinances done. I don't have them. Yeah. So, they don't pay any interest on the money that they give. I donate to have a membership to be able to have services by the church. I don't do it. You have to be attending church every fucking Sunday. I don't need to attend anything. And no man in a bishopric position is going to make a demand on me, a female. I'm not one of your surrogate fucking women that you like to have congregations of. Alright? Ain't happening. We don't do congregations. They don't even do individual help. But promise you the world. And then take it back. Like, I should bring a baby into the church with me one day. Have it handed a sucker. Let it suck on the sucker for a couple minutes and pull it away. That's what it's like. Now I've got a screaming kid. And you know what I would seriously do? Oh well, seeing as you guys have so much money, you can buy him a sucker and get it for him before he decides to go all day and all night like this. Every Sunday, you guys get to hear this. Every Sunday, if you want me to come here, I'm bringing a crying baby, and you guys can listen to it after I take the candy away from it, like you do with your members, and see how well they like it. Right? Right. They won't like it. And I'll just sit there and let the kid cry. That's how much respect I have for that church. I have no respect because it's a bunch of cockamamie bullshit, money separating goofs. And I'm sorry that I'm saying that. But my understanding to my higher source, I'm not supposed to hold anything back. It's time to heal the energies. Allow them to be called out, right? Let them be called out. I'll be the first one in line. They can damn sure they pay the price for that. And that's me. I am fearless, selfless. Definitely deal with a selfless energy, right? Stand for the people that, don't have these opportunities. They don't even open their doors. You have all these other churches that have, gymnasiums that people can throw a cot down in and let somebody be dry and warm. Do you think this church would ever do that? They're too worried about something getting stolen. Their nose look. They look down their nose at people that are less fortunate. And that's not fair. Right? Telling me I have to go out and spend money on buying a nice dress to wear to Sunday best has to be worn on Sunday? Do I look like I'm fucking ready to walk around in a dress? I'll walk around in a dress, alright. It'll be a mini skirt up to my ass. I will wear a mini skirt to church and see what they say. Tell me that I can't have anything above the knee. Oh, sorry, my knees are up here. Didn't you see? You know what I mean? Like telling me how to dress, how to think, how to live, and what's going to happen to me if I do all these things wrong. So, tell me, I just have a cigarette. Did anything happen to me? Did I die? No. It's not going to kill me yet. It might later on. We all die anyway. So might as well make it worth the while of living this life anyway. When it gets to that deathbed, and you're sitting on your deathbed and say, what did I do with my life? I sure the fuck am going to make sure I have fun. Okay. Excuse us. I don't usually swear either, but, I want to have some fun in life. I don't want to have to be walking down the street and not, can't even have a thought. You can't even be a thought. You can't think for yourself. You're not allowed to. Because then you will be excommunicated from the church for having your own personal opinion of the church. Well, then you better excommunicate me because this shit's going to hit the fan. And I don't care who's listening. I'll even take an email and letter right to the frickin' head office, Salt Lake City, and send them a response to inviting me to a congregational international Meeting? Fuck you. You ain't pulling my skills out. I would never give them the opportunity to be able to prophesy anything because they can't prophesy their own selves out of wet paper bag that they're in. And now they're accepting gay people as it's okay. So rewrite history. Okay? In the Bible, it says, talks about how they don't approve gay relationships. Since when did they know about these gay relationships that they're not allowed to have? Jesus didn't say nothing about that I know of. It was all just written in when it was, Buddy was smoking a joint and writing all this stuff down and translating it. I think he got it lost. I think he got lost in that book somewhere. But to tell, that they don't approve of gay marriages and stuff like this, and then be hypocritical 6 months later saying that they're accepting gay relationships. They're trying to suck everybody in that they can draw money out of and make them feel like they're wanted. The only thing they want is your fucking money, and that's all they want. They won't do anything else for you. They won't. And all these people are walking around just like, let's follow this church because it sounds so good, and there's so many members. They probably have about 50% of society in their memberships, and that blows my mind. That blows my mind that all these smaller denominated churches that have membership, maybe they should go and take a financial course from the church that I used to belong to, the LDS church. Ask them for some pointer tips on how to separate a man from his money and make yourself rich. Because I'm sure they should offer courses like that, don't you think, for other churches to benefit? But of course they wouldn't do that because they wouldn't want any other church benefiting on their kind of green pasture, right? So yeah. So then the thing that sits in my mind is, how are you going to survive if we were to have like an abominable, almost like a final war or a nuclear bomb was to go off? Where the fuck are these churches? Where are these temples that are supposed to protect you with all these marble, built with marble and everything inside, solid as a rock? How in the hell are you supposed to get 75,000, say, people from point A to point B before the nuclear bomb affects you? Think about it. Think about yourself. Somebody sets off a nuclear bomb, good luck on being in that temple in time to be able to save your life. Now does not make sense. There's no reason. Once that nuclear bomb goes off, we do have to deal with something of that nature. It's going to be one hell of a doozy. It'll wipe out millions. It will wipe out millions. And they don't even have a clue. How are they going to transfer all these people? They're going to start rolling out buses like, just as the nuclear bomb goes off, or we get notice of one, how many people are going to be frantically running for fucking safety? For somewhere shelter that they can hang out and be alive 5 times a year. And that's what I don't understand. Is living on the streets the safest place to be? Is it living in my house is safe? There's nowhere safe that you can go. But even those temples will be a waste of money that they built because not a lot of people will be in them because we won't have a way to get there. They don't build them in situations. Right? I'm talking about the big Middle East civilization before end time. I don't believe in religion, but I do believe there's going to be something astronomical that is going to happen. I don't see it working out in anybody's favor at all. It's like a serial bomb threat, like we're having with ISIS and all this stuff. You don't know who's going to be behind that, pulling that, pushing of that button. They could be proper people and be on your side, and then the next thing you know, one slight mistake or one misstep, and boom, they're all gone. And it's a depressing thought to think like that. That's why I just try to meditate and just get through every day of my life that I do have to. It's not a joke. It's not funny, right? We don't have anything to set up. Like, if we've known since the beginning of time about these situations that were foretold, why is there not more resources built in time for this? You know what I mean? Like, that makes me wonder, how responsible have any of these powerful people been responsible enough to make sure that society is taken care of as a whole under this one government leadership? I hate to see what that looks like. And I hope to God I don't see it in my lifetime. Because it's not something I would condone. People are individuals. Everybody has a purpose here. And making it dictatorship or, you know what I mean? Anything to tell somebody how they cannot live, I'll be the opposite. I will be doing exactly that. And I would sit my ass in jail because of it. I've done it before. Been a protest. It's no big deal. Just another little scrub on your mark on your scorecard, right? Setting up for what you believe in. You know, if there's a judgment day, then let me be judged. I guarantee you, I'm doing the work that I've done all my life. I've done compassion to others. I've been always looking at the other person that may not have as much as me, and even just sharing a hi could change a person's attitude to a smile, even. You know, because what do we really have left to smile about when you start talking about all this end of the world stuff? It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't say, "Oh yeah, let's go, yahoo!" You know what I mean? You know, but they won't even be able to be worried or concerned about the wealthy, their families. By the time they get a chance to even just think, poof, you're evaporated. Like the whole face is, you know. So unless you got a steel condo that doesn't end up cooking you up because of the heat from the nuclear bomb, then you're gonna be okay. But you get that nuclear bomb happening, kiss your ass goodbye because it'll be the last thing you kiss. That'll be it. Yeah, I'm not. Like they're building these temples that could withstand a bomb with this giant things of marble and all this stuff. Right? So, but yeah, so I don't know. I got just opinions on a lot of stuff, which is just my opinion. That's why I like to put it out there and see what the other thinking bodies, the ones that actually are thinking, think about some of these topics. And sometimes that's why I have some of my older videos basically discussing it, issues at hand. You know, discussing it with people, getting an option. You know, finding out what's going on, see how others can be better service or point them in a direction that is going to be better for their part. But be living your life, right? Be living your life, not sitting there and stuck in neutral in a big mud puddle, spinning your wheels. Ask for help. If you need a direction, hey, I'm here to do it, right? And it's the best thing you can do. You're always here to help one another move forward. Don't forget, no man left behind, right? You know, but that's not the way societies are working it. They're working it so that it's population control. They don't want to have to be accountable to so many people. A one world government would have to be accountable for over how many billion people on this planet. I think they would probably want to do it less, and that's why they're making all these different changes that aren't in the benefit of humanity. 100%. They're not thinking about any of this. They're thinking about they're only thinking about the important part, and that is money. All it is money. If you don't have money, you don't survive. Guess what? I would survive. I would make sure that I had my own storehouse set up and have what I need to be able to live. You know. But it's everybody's own personal aspect. Either you're looking through the eyes that God gave you and realizing that every single one of these items, whether it be a glass coffee cup or a piece of crystal or you or my bikes or, my dream catcher, anything, it's all connected. I do it for the service of others so that other people can have a proper life in this chaotic world. Have something to believe in, some faith in something that you'll be able to manage is the scariest point for a lot of people nowadays. Like even the middle class is getting kind of population control happening to them in different ways. And population control. That's all it is. And that's why I don't eat a lot. I don't want to end up going to like Wendy's or McDonald's or somewhere and end up swallowing one of these little virus bugs that, tracks you or whatever they're planning on doing with these micro little pulsar things. You know. Oh, well, let me tell you, I watched a video the other day. You can look it up, but it was talking about the North Pole and how a big slab fell off of it. This was like what, 4 or 5 days ago. This happened, and they were talking about, you know, you gave me 50 years. Well, I'm 45, and I'll be lucky if I make it to the age of 95. So, you know, I'd be 95 years old, still doing the same thing, and probably still alive. That would be the odds, wouldn't it? I would have to take those odds. Those are some pretty big odds, man, but we'll take it. That's not an option. There's no options. Once you get to 50 years from now, there'll be no options left. Everybody will be hanging out at Emmy's house getting free readings. I'll be doing them still at 50 years old at the rate we're going. Oh, shit. Yeah. No, but, and then just being able to help another person extend my, if I have a little extra to give, I'd give. You know, if a person came up and asked me for $2.50 to be able to get on a bus, I would give it. You know, because that person already has something more important to do than me having $2.50 in my pocket. You know, and then when they get a chance to pay it forward, they can pay it forward. Right? It's all about the compassion. Being on a little playing field, which most of us, well, at least for the truth of community caregivers. Yeah, you can ask anything, Hala. I'm just talking until somebody shows up to have a reading. That's why I just sometimes have little chat sessions, little powwow sessions, talk about some things that are going on in life, right? But your mother welcome. Do I offer a pull a card reading? I do when it's the first card that you're getting read for. Yes, I can do that. Hey, don't worry. Whenever you can make a donation, is no big deal. Just it's going. Um, it's going to go to a good purpose. I'm going to donate. Half of it's going to go to empty stocking funding for the children, and the other half that I proceed to collect for the month of December is going to go to the Salvation Army, so that somebody can have a nice Christmas dinner, have turkey in their belly. That maybe not able to do it on their own. Right? All right. So what? So are you asking for a love reading or general reading, or what are you asking for? That's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything else. I just need to know what style of reading I'm supposed to be doing. That's all. If you want for love, relationship, finances, career, life, or take a pick. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Yeah, I'm just here. I'm just sitting, relaxing. Having some lemonade. Oh, so you want your love relationship? Okay. I'm kind of feeling the cloud cards are going to have to come out. Oh, hey. No, I just always, and then when I have the experience of actually having dreams that are happening and very real feeling. These are the cloud cards. Oh, I just want to say this to Hala. These are the cloud cards. They're called Clow, CLOW. These ones are the ones that offer more introspect into a personality, compatibilities, and your personal. Right, it's a very personal kind of card that jumps out. It assists you in moving and maneuvering in your potential, possibly create something amazing with your twin flame. And you want twin flame energy. Twin flame energy. Valhalla. All right. Okay. Pull out my paper. I don't really read with these things a lot that way. Okay. Taking 3 cards. cards. There we go. Here. Okay. Outcome card. All right. Okay. So what I'm getting, Paula, is there's a lot of upheaval going on in your life right now. Personally, um, you're almost like this is the most important thing to be having. Like you're gonna fight tooth and nail to get this relationship to go. And you're feeling that you kind of missed out on an opportunity. But I feel like you're trying to cause upheaval just so that you can get out of the situation. This is going in correlation to the reading that I just did for you. If you go back in the video, you'll see that I've already done one reading for you. But this is you trying to manipulate the energy to benefit you. And it's not working. You're trying to make the situation mold to what you want. And it's not going to go as planned. You're trying to get through and not have to be accountable for what you're doing. You're the one that's, I think, focusing a lot on this karmic relationships that you want to go and pursue them. And you're not assisting to make a relationship work. You're just going to stay silent about it. You're not going to even talk about it. You won't even give the answer. You're just going to end up probably walking away. There's nothing you can say that's going to change anything that's going on in your life. You're not seeking for the truth. You're seeking for a way out. And that's relevant to now. This is your second reading telling you the same thing. So being that this is now your second reading you've gotten from me tonight, you're not going to be satisfied with the answer that you got now again. Like it's like you're going to just walk out of this relationship, and as long as you can get out by the skin of your teeth, then you're game for that. You're putting way too much energy into this leaving concept. You want to leave, leave. You don't want to leave, then work it out. Those are your options. Your twin flame is not even being seen in these cards this time. You can go back to the reading. I think it was maybe 25 minutes ago. He's confused. He wants to be understood for who he is. He wants to be allowed to travel his journey and to understand it. To understand what the karmic is. You know, if this is your twin flame and you know that it is, then you've got a lot. Yeah, they do. And that's what I said in the last one. There's a lot of opportunities out there. It's up to you. If you want to go and pursue them, then go pursue them. Don't waste the time of another person just because you're still confused. You know what I mean? Like, either stick it out, be on the same page, you know, help the other person that, you know, if you're a twin flame that you're dealing with, why are you not trying to support the situation and try to figure it out together? Who cares about the karmic relationships? Who the fuck cares? I don't. It's not who I'm with. I'm not with a karmic anymore. We've become more in tune to each other than we've ever been. And if there is more karmic relationships for me to have another soul partner, there was never going to be nothing but a friendship then. That's my morals. That's my standard as far as it goes. You know, but trying to drag this out to get it to work for your favor with ill intent, it's going to backfire on you. You need to get on the same page and try to work through it. If you really don't want it, and you're going to ask me now again for the second time that you don't want it, you guys aren't on the same page. You want to leave, you're thinking about leaving, and he doesn't even know that you're thinking this. Now, how does that balance well? What are you just going to say after one day and say, oh, well, maybe there's somebody else for me out there, I'm going to leave? Just because you have other soulmates and twin flames that are out there, you have to be the one that is in control of these relationships. You know, you have to take control of the relationship if you want it to work. You can't just stay silent and not say nothing to the guy. Okay, because this is the outcome. This is the outcome card that I pulled now. It's silent. You're just going to want to stay silent and not say it. Share any of this information with him so he has an understanding of possibility of you walking out. Be honest. See where it takes you. If it doesn't work, well, then leave. Flip a coin. Like I said last time, flip a coin if that's what you want. What he feels for you, he's confused about his own life right now. He's trying to figure out his own maneuvers, his own position. Pull a lighter weight deck card here. What is the actual situation for Miss Halal in regards to her twin flame partnership? Her twin flame and how he's feeling. All right. You have the Fool. You both are looking at different directions. Looking for new experiences. More, at ease feeling. Feeling carefree. I see a lot of warning in the card. This could be a financial situation for you too. You may have assets hidden. And what he feels for you, you're upset. Like you are at, you're very emotional about this. But this person is just kind of being carefree, kind of looking up for better opportunities, and waiting for these opportunities to manifest. So they're trying to stay in good spirit. They're trying to say, okay, well, let's make this journey together. So it's facing you in the silent moment. But I feel that, you feel like you don't want to break his heart. He's not aware of what's going on with you emotionally. He's trying to take your mind off things that may be stressing you out. It's a good energy, right? He's trying to offer himself to you. And these two cards, they look at each other, they're mirroring each other. One is trying to be carefree, trying to be the entertainer of both, but the other one, if you look at her face, is very, very, very sad looking. She's got a very humbling look on her face. And then we got the devil card underneath with Capricorn. You're definitely tied together. So it's going to be what you want it to be. If you want it to work, it's going to work. If not, don't let him be the fool. Don't try to be in the relationship just for the sake of being there. He'll make the offer. He'll extend his hand backwards to you to help you bring you into his reality. He doesn't want to have a partnership. Looking for new beginnings. But you just want to stay silent. Something's bothering you deeper. He's not ready to. He's not in a position where he's ready to commit right now. He's trying to enjoy life together. Enjoy it, what he has right now. He's very grateful. Thanking the universe and being, willing to accept new changes. Maybe he's pursuing you on that level. Maybe that's a part that is weighing on his mind that he can't, move forward. He's not having enough, maybe synchronicities happening to confirm that he wants to get married. Maybe that's that is a big decision for someone. You're going to marry someone. Right? But if you're thinking of leaving him, then why are you not? You're the one that doesn't want to commit then. Because if he wants to commit, you don't. And you're asking the question of why I'm feeling he wants commitment. Well, why would you want to? What is this relationship then? This isn't even a relationship then if you're still looking at commitment, because you should already be committed. You don't want to be committed to the same person, obviously, because you're like, why am I feeling like he wants commitment? Do you want the commitment or don't you? Like these questions you're asking me, Hala, I'm not going to answer anymore because you don't even know what the hell you want. Neither does he. And you're running me with these questions, and I keep saying them over and over again. This is your second reading, and this is done. Okay? I'm done with it. I'm done with it. You ask a question, you get a question, that's it. I'm not doing it again. Two readings in one night. Like, seriously. Get a grip of it. You're asking me questions where, it's a one question read, and you're giving me 17 more. I hope I did. I really do, because, when you don't even know what you want, how are you expecting the cards to tell you anything? You've got to balance your energy somehow and figure out whether you're staying or going. And maybe you'll find out why he wants to commit. Maybe he loves you. Maybe he wants to have you have the best thing in life. And that's a big thing for men. They want their women to be happy and have everything. But it's like, if he doesn't do dramatic things with you and make you feel that, you feel like he's not interested. Men are opposite. Men don't share anything. You know what you want. Well, if you know what you want, he's not even a portion of that thought, then what do you want? It's a simple answer question. If you know what you want, he doesn't seem to want to be part of it, or you don't want to seem to be part of that, then go your own way. Because men are like that. If he's being secretive and you think he's cheating, that's a different story. If a person wants to be secretive, we have a lot of stuff that people bury that, especially when you're going on a spiritual journey, you have to look at, and a lot of it gets pretty ugly. So if you're new to this whole avenue of situations, dealing with a twin flame, and all this is new to you, if you're a noob in it, you got a lot to learn yet. You're just at the tip of the iceberg, not even standing on it yet. You're just at the very tip of this iceberg that you're going to walk into. So be prepared for it. No, I didn't say he was cheating. I'm just saying, if there's something else going on for him to be secretive, like if he was to be cheating, I said, I'm not saying he is, but people are secretive. People like to have a little bit of, stuff that's intimate with each other. Maybe he's not feeling that he can be in an intimate relationship spiritually with you. Maybe he's not even feeling like he wants to be in an overbearing, let's do this kind of relationship. And it happened at the beginning. You can just separate spiritually, but you don't have to separate physically. You know what I mean? Like I said in your first reading. You're still stuck together. You're still in the same position that you were when we finished the reading. What are you going to do to change? What are you going to do to find out more information? You know, the only way you're going to get the information on him, because he's blocking. I'm not going and looking into his realm right now because it's not. He's not here to allow me to enter and remote view him. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So I told you in the first one that these are kind of the energies that I'm feeling right now as far as the relationship is going. And I don't think he's cheating. I think he's trying to figure out if it's going to be a life decision, because it's a big decision when you're thinking about commitment to somebody, whether it be a marriage or a relationship. Uh, there's a lot of thought process that goes on during those times. You know, maybe he's trying to work through his past relationship so he doesn't have to bring the energy into this relationship. You don't know. Maybe he's just being really secretive to protect you from his past. Maybe he had bad relationships. Maybe he had these things that he's trying to work through. He doesn't want them to surface because he didn't like what happened. He didn't like the ugly part of him from when that stuff happened to him, may have happened to him, or whatever it is. I'm just giving you a general kind of kick at the can here, but you have to just allow some people to just be. You can't have everything. You can't have, the knowledge of everything that goes on in a person's life if they're not ready to share it. Like I won't go into somebody reading their information on here without their permission, right? Well, then step out of it. Take a break. Why would you be frightened? If this person is a person you love, why would you be frightened? That doesn't make sense to me either. Because it's all intense. Who's making it intense? How is it being intense? You're creating the tension, or the intense feelings are coming from you, from being frightened. Of course it's going to be intense. Love has that effect on people. It is intense. Right? Well, then why, if it's a positive intention, why are you asking about leaving? Like you're just running in circles here. And you're taking me in the circle jerk with you. I'm very stubborn. I'm very straightforward. I don't sugarcoat nothing for anybody that I do readings for. So if you're finding that it's frustrating, everything how we met made me feel intense. And you are too, Vinny. You see what I mean? Like she's got one thing here and one thing there, and she's got 17 things that she wants to do in between to make it work, but doesn't want to do anything that we're suggesting. Okay, one sec. All right. Sorry, guys. I just have to go and deal with somebody. Okay. Anyways, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I just had to step out of the room for a minute. I have to go deal with something. All right. So, did you have a chance, Miss Hala, to figure out what you want? Even though you say you know what you want, I don't think you've actually sat down and figured out the true reason behind this questioning. It's like, I tried to give you what you wanted and a question about in the first one. I'm not going to go in depth with his energy because I don't have permission to, and I won't mess with someone's free will. Okay. I give you options on what you maybe avenues to take. That's all I can do. I can't make it. I'm not. Oh, yeah, black orbs coming up. I'm not going to give you, you know, a direction. I'll give you options, and what you have to figure out is what one resonates best with you. If you're still here and listening, that's all I can do. And don't. I'm not going to be doing magic for you. But I'll show you how you can do magic to keep the relationship and keep life. I can do that. I'm going to put these puppies away for right now. I can go for a little while over here. Because I'm going to put on the spirit box. Vinny, you love hearing the spirit box. I know you do. Okay? We had a really cool one happen yesterday, though, Vinny. It was funny. It was funny. It was blowing everybody's mind right out of the rockers yesterday. You should have been there. We had a really fun time. So I think we should do the spirit box for you. My Vinny likes the spirit box. So let's get this. Let's get it playing in the background here. Here we are. Let's open it up. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got today. Yeah, whoops, there it is. Okay, opening. It's opening! Yahoo! Let's try to leave this, without the state of confusion on this reading. We're just going to have like some unwind time with the energies and see if we can have a couple good laughs. What are you doing, baby? Baby girl. All right. I don't know what's with it. Your intuition's dead on again today. All right, so where's my box? Where's the box? Where's the box? Where's the box? In the box. Trying to get you for shooting. Trying to get you for shooting. The one that I did already. Okay. Box. All right. I'll just put me in. I'm ready in a sec. There, ready. Good day. Good day. Okay. Stare at the remote and turn that puppy on. Hey, no worries, dude. Turn on the box. Alright. What do we got going on? Oh. Oh, oops. Sorry, guys. Now we should hear something coming in here. Oh. I'm going to minimize this one. Spirit box, where are you there? It's quiet open. Okay. I don't know if you can hear it, but oh. Yes. Let's ask the spirit guides what's going on. Any news that you can give us? No, this is not right. Okay.
Understanding. Cancel.
Okay. Can you guys hear that now? No. Oh, cool. So yesterday we had a really good, funny experience. Yesterday, I'll just tell you about this video. We'll see what they pick up too. Was I was sitting here with Daisy and we were talking.
It's a very rough direction too.
And we started talking. I said I was going to go make dinner and everything. It said dinner. It said like all kinds of different ones. And the last one we did yesterday. So check out that video if you weren't here. That you weren't here for. It was really cool, right? For Murphy, Pete Murphy. Oh, for Murphy. Couch, Murphy couch. We don't have a Murphy couch. We just have a reclining couch, so you can sit on it if you like. We're a Murphy, but you can sit on it. Be my guest. It said couch, so I'm just saying, sit on my couch then. On my cooch. I mean. Oh my! Go get your cooch. Glad. Oh. Can't sit on this cooch. Oh, don't worry. They'll get active here pretty quick once they know they're on live, right? Awesome energy. There you go. Awesome energy. Yes, we got the awesome energy. Awesome energy. Window? What about the window? Are you at the window again? Stop looking at my windows. Get inside. Come inside. You're gonna hang out. Don't be creeping my window. Huh? Can you guys hear that? It's pretty funny. We're having some good times.
It's a diary.
Oh, you guys are funny. I love you guys. So give some action here. Let's see what
Here. Action.
What do you guys have for me today? Anything good would be great. Oh, sacrilege. Oh. Beads. I don't need no beads. I don't believe in beads. Except for, when I do my beads. Yeah, I can hear it. I don't know. We have a Canadian. We do. There is the gentleman that's kind of in the background. He's pretty straightforward too. I'll tell you how it is. But did you hear him? He said, excellent energy. That's what it is. Raised, yeah. We raised the bar. How? We just do, just energy-wise. How do you think? Or don't you think?
I get headaches when I think.
Go say the Dynasty edition. Yeah, I should stop the feed and start a new one, and we can do it that way.
It's the criminal of the rest teacher.
I'm not a criminal.
There's criminals around.
I'm not a criminal.
We're not.
Whirlpool.
Oh yeah, there's a whirlpool of them, see?
The whole city. It's a toilet of BC.
It's a toilet where all the criminals come. Yeah, raise the roof. If I could raise the roof, because I'd have to lift up the people in front of me that live above me, I would just push them out of the way and raise the roof anyway. Problem.
Which
Not use only.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is Vinny, I'm gonna stop this stream. Stop this stream. Stop this stream. We're gonna start on one that says "Go Say the Darndest Things" edition on the next stream. So I'm just gonna sign off on this one, and we're gonna open up darndest things that Ghost says. Okay, I'll be right with you. Just look for the live feed. Okay, talk to you shortly.